only do I love Anchorman, I loved you as Todd Packer on The Office. I love your YouTube stuff.
Oh, thank you.
Which I think is really hysterical.
Right
Maybe
on.
people don't know about this, but they should.
Thank you for
because
mentioning it.
I love all that stuff that you do, like the characters that you do. Hysterical. My favorite is the bisexual guy that is
Roy?
Yes, Roy.
He's not bisexual. He claims to be.
Right.
But he's not.
Right. We need to clear that up right now. Don't get it twisted.
But he's a sweet guy.
Yes.
He's just a little bit
because he
confused
has a
about
boyfriend, but yet he was upset because the boyfriend was looking for love on the internet.
His name's
The whole
Roy,
thing.
and his boyfriend's name is Roy, and he has 2 cats, Siegfried and Roy. So it's just
It's a
one-
mess. It's a mess. It's a lot of Roys. It's a lot of Roys. So you got to check that out on YouTube. We're such
So it's,
fans.
yeah, it's full on Koechner is where you find it.
There you go. You can check that out on YouTube. We're such fans that us as a group here, the 4 of us, and another guy that we bring around, went as the Anchorman cast for Halloween.
Is this the picture?
This is that girl right there as you, Champ Kind.
Hi, Champ.
Oh my
How great
gosh!
is that?
Oh, look at the sideburns.
Yeah, she went for the whole look.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, I rocked it. Well, because we have Ashley here on the show, which, you know, she's a beautiful girl. So, of
Yeah.
course, she was going to be our Veronica Corningstone.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, well, what am I going to be? And they're like, you're Champ.
No doubt.
So, dude, I went to thrift
nailed it.
stores, got
Wow.
the sideburns, and people were really impressed with my look.
It's a very impressive.
It wasn't
Thank
bad.
you.
It really turned out. I was oddly attracted to her. Which things about
that is
me.
weird.
Well, no,
That's a
she's an
weird
attractive woman, so
But I mean,
she should be. Yeah.
I don't know if she saw the picture, David.
She's
But
a-
I mean,
she's a pretty man.
yes, there you go.
I'll take it.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, David, obviously I want to talk to you about Anchorman, but I'm like, listen, this whole interview is not going to be Anchorman. I'm not going to do that to you. That'd be weird, right? I want to know about you.
Believe it or not, in the last 2 months and for the next 2 months, I will be talking about Anchorman a lot,
lot.
so I don't mind.
Okay, but we're going to get into it.
So it's okay.
But I
All right.
want to know David. I
Yes.
want to get to know you. So I'm just going to ask you some just random questions.
I love it.
Because I think this is how we get to know each other. What's your favorite pastry?
I'm gonna say cream cheese Danish.
Wow.
That's a good one.
Wow.
But I'll also go a twist on you every once in a while.
Oh.
A glazed twist.
So we're getting into the donut world.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Just glazed, so.
That's still
Not
still
no
a
maple
pastry.
bar. No maple bar.
No. That's still a pastry.
Okay,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah, of course it
100%.
is.
So I guess number 1 is going to be a cream cheese pastry.
Love it.
And then, but I'll go croissant on
Oh,
you.
yes. I
crazy.
was
If we're
thinking
going to talk
it.
about a breakfast sandwich.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Hell
Have
yeah.
a sausage,
Hell yeah.
egg and cheese, mayonnaise, because I loves my cholesterol.
What up?
Yeah,
God,
Jim.
I love those arteries.
Hell yeah.
Shut it down.
Yeah, no, it. Yeah, I knew that was going to be a good question. I don't know how.
Oh, that's a good one.
You are from Missouri,
I'm
correct?
from a small town in Missouri,
How,
Tipton.
how was that growing up?
It was, I don't know. That's what my childhood was.
Yes.
It was. I knew that I was probably going to leave. I have a distinct memory of being 10 years old, and I walked around the west side of my house during the day one day, and I was thinking, I have to live in the city.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to miss my family and friends, but I can't stay here. I had that.
At 10?
At 10.
Yeah. Well, I knew.
Wow.
I mean,
I think the memory was this, dude. I got to cut.
right.
Yeah, bro.
See, I had that same feeling, and it was because my family was so lame. I'm like, gets me out of here. You know, that's kind of how I felt. But yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I know you like scenarios, so I'm going to throw a scenario out.
Yeah, I do.
If you and I were besties, which I feel like we're getting close,
Oh, duh.
what would we do this weekend here in San Diego?
Well, I think we'd probably spend the day going over the show that we're going to do that night.
Nice.
Are you going to do the shows with me? Is that what the scenario is?
I don't really necessarily think so, because, I mean, we're just besties.
Okay, but
So
you'd be sitting up front.
Yeah. I'm showing up. I mean,
Yeah.
Right,
duh.
but I guess you'd
It's
show
called
me
support.
during the day. You'd show me your San Diego.
Right.
We'd hang out. I'd say, "Hey, man, I got to go work on the show." Then
Okay.
I'd go to the American Comedy Company.
right, which you're performing at this weekend.
Yeah.
Yes.
At 6th and F.
Correct.
Is that
Wow.
correct?
Close enough.
Yeah,
Nicely
I'd probably go to both shows, the
Yes.
7:30 and the 9:30 show
Yeah.
on Friday, and then again on Saturday.
Right.
And
What
I'd
about
s-
Sunday?
I'd skip church on Sunday.
Oh, really?
Because if I go to that show that night,
Yeah.
it's
That-
a replacement for church.
That's your church.
Plus, you and I are hitting up the zoo on Sunday.
Oh,
We're going to the zoo. We're going to throw stuff at the monkeys. What was
Yes,
it?
yes.
Is that my line?
I don't know.
Oh, flip off the monkeys. That's
There,
the line.
yeah, oh yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
But that was one of the
It's not
alternate
my line.
lines. It was either go down to SeaWorld,
Yeah,
get a couple of cocktails in me,
yeah,
take my pants off.
right, right.
Or flip off the monkeys. That
Yeah.
was the alternative.
I'm fine with either one of those
Okay,
things.
all right.
Both sound fantastic.
How about that idea, though? Just like getting angry at the monkeys.
Well, they deserve it. Sometimes I feel like they're asking for it. Yeah. See, I feel that way about the pandas.
The pandas?
Because I'm like, everybody loves the pandas. Oh, they're so special. What's so great about them?
You see a lot of arrogance.
Yeah, I really do. I feel like, why are you lining up to see them and not the orangutans or not...
If you're so special, why are there so few of you? Oh, that's what makes you special. And
Face.
it's not like they have a natural predator, so you guys are choosing
Sitting there eating your
extinction.
bamboo.
You're not necessary to the world.
Thank you.
Man.
I don't think you're that cool.
If no one eats you, if you're not part of the food chain, then you're not necessary.
You don't taste... I'm not having panda burgers.
No.
So you're not that good to me.
Those are great points.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to have a panda burger.
But that's
Or
gonna
a
be
panda
double,
steak.
must be double gamey, though.
I mean, with all what they eat.
Can you imagine how gamey a panda burger is?
I would try it though. Maybe put a little A1 on there. I don't know.
I'm really happy.
Oh, that's interesting.
You know what I mean?
Like a marinade?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we talking about this right now?
Eating pandas, yes.
I marinate anything long enough,
It'll taste
Delicious.
good. I agree. I agree.
Right.
Favorite nut?
pistachios.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's a
I
good
was
one.
not thinking that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Most people would go cashew.
That's what I was thinking.
No.
And I thought, no, you're not.
Oh,
You're not a cashew
offended.
man.
That or plain almonds.
Mm.
I don't like any of that stuff. We were speaking earlier.
Yes.
Ashley?
Yes,
with
I
Ashley
interviewed
and
him for the Ashley After Show.
Yeah.
It drives my wife crazy because she's got a thing with noises.
Loud
Which is
noises.
an actual
Well,
thing, I guess.
yes.
A medical thing.
Particular noises, like the cracking of the nut and then my crunching of the nut. She's like, all right, either you leave the room or I leave the room.
Really?
So, yeah.
How,
for her.
how awesome
But I told
is
you,
that?
she's an honest person.
Yeah.
She's not going to sit there and steam.
Yeah.
She's just going to bluntly go, stop doing that.
Yeah.
In movie theaters, if someone's popping their gum,
Oh no.
she will turn around and go, can you either spit out your gum or
No.
stop popping it? Yeah.
Oh,
No,
wow.
she will not.
She's a strong woman.
What do they
Check her out,
say?
absolutely.com, L-E-I-G-H.
Okay.
Oh, really?
They're usually shocked. And like,
Do they do it? Do they get rid of the gum?
she will,
Like a percentage.
or they'll stop.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I want to meet your wife.
Now,
Well,
are you?
her philosophy is ask for what you want in life, and then you can get it. Because why would you not ask for it?
Well, I know him because when he met his wife, like she came up to him at the airport, plopped down next to him.
Is that right?
Took
That's true.
initiative, and then she basically was like, "I'm
And
going to
did you
marry
like that, David?
like that day."
Yeah, she's
You like
gorgeous.
that? You were like,
Pull up absolutely.com.
I
right
gotta
now.
see.
And you boys will all go, oh.
Champ's been. I call him Champ. by
Why
the
are
way.
you calling
I call
him
him
Champ?
Champ the
His
whole
name's
interview.
David.
Well, that's where he is an Anchorman. I don't know. Champ, and then I did give him my Champ impression. Anyway,
No.
wait,
Look at that.
wait. What?
so
David.
he's been married for 15 years.
That looks like
and
one of the Real Housewives of I don't know what
Of
county.
hotness.
Of Hot County.
That's the real housewife of my house.
Yeah, it is.
Now, are you embarrassed?
Well done,
because
sir.
if I was with somebody who turned around and scolded somebody about chewing gum, I
You would be mortified.
I would be mortified.
Yeah.
At first you are, but now.
Oh no!
The phone. There we go.
That's gonna leave a mark. Actually, that's gonna.
We got to tell the folks what just happened. We
Yeah,
have a
well,
drama here in studio.
no.
Entire iced
have
coffee
one-
just
Not the
poured
whole
out.
thing. It was
I have
one
one
quart. No,
napkin.
You're
it
right.
was
You're right, David.
one third. No,
Yeah.
it's one
I
quarter.
have one napkin.
Ashley, what kind of?
Smacks.
Just here, move
Get
that
the
back.
trash
Here you
can
go.
and pour it into the trash can. I mean,
Look at David's now doing it.
David's got it.
It's now, David's got it.
Thanks, Champ.
Girls would be better at cleaning.
right?
Rob, shut up.
It's not
Thank
sexist
you.
at all.
It is accurate. So this beautiful woman walks up to you at an airport, you said,
Yeah.
and just sits down next to you and starts
Well,
talking.
we were in Kansas City. She's from Kansas City. I'm from a small town in Missouri.
Right.
And we had both been there, flying out of Kansas City, going back to Los Angeles. And her brother recognized me and started talking to me first.
Okay.
So
That was the in.
He was the more bold one.
Right.
And that's just my brother-in-law, Pat. He's
Yeah.
he's overly familiar. I walked through the airport and he goes, Dave! What's going on?
Like
What are you
he's your
doing?"
old best friend.
Yes.
Wow.
And you're so taken. You're like, I'm just sitting there looking, talking to this
Like
guy.
you should know him.
Yes.
Yeah, I hate that.
Trying to, you're,
Yeah.
going through the Rolodex.
Sure.
This was in '96.
Yeah.
So anyway.
So this
then-
was even before Anchorman came out.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
before I was
What?
such a huge
yeah.
celebrity.
Right.
Oh, is this like out cold days?
No, way before that. It was
But he-
'96.
But he'd been on SNL,
Right.
and I would thought that was very interesting because I'm like, for me, like I'm like, if someone approached me and recognized me, like I would be like, like I don't know that I would think they'd be like a fan or whatever. But he said it didn't bother him, like because she
Well, I wouldn't bother me either if this beautiful
Yeah.
young lady walked up to me. I mean,
she
Well, I
saved
don't-
a seat for him on the plane. plane, like, and literally on the plane.
Well, her brother saved the seat. She was a little apprehensive about that. She's like, Pat,
Yeah.
you're going to talk to him.
Too far.
But she had already decided that she was going to marry me.
Just like
Yes.
that.
Already.
Right. Yeah.
Already.
But
Boom.
we chatted in the airport for a little
Isn't
bit
that
because she
nuts?
just knew. She said, you know, and you know.
And how did you feel about
Well,
that?
yeah, I'm a guy. I'm thinking, wow, she's hot.
Right. Of course.
I can't wait to hold her hand.
I like it.
She lets me hold her hand.
Let's continue with our scenarios. If we were on a road trip, you and I, who controls the radio?
Well, we're guys. We probably
Mix it up?
Yeah.
Mix it up. Now, let's say you're driving.
These days, we were on a road trip.
Yeah.
Radio's going to go in and out. I'm hoping that you and I have a large bank of NPR podcasts.
Oh, whoa. Oh, no. This is going to be a...
Right? A bunch of Mark Maron podcasts loaded up.
I can handle Mark
You
Maron.
don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Like NPR.
Nah, not my favorite
There's
thing.
some good ones.
Is there?
is.
Oh, there's a lot of great.
Yeah, there is.
This American Life. Have you heard them?
No.
You have not heard them.
So this
they're
is what the road
fascinating.
trip is.
Yeah.
You're
Right.
giving him the
We're
taste.
we're
So
discussing
now,
this
now I'm a little worried.
Yeah, me too. Our road trip might not go so
Where do
well.
you guys
So
go?
you would listen to some Mark Maron podcasts.
For sure.
All right.
Yeah.
And there's some other good podcasts.
So you're gonna-
the Comedy Bang Bang podcast. we
Okay,
can
so
listen
we're
to.
just going straight podcast.
Well, because it's just going to keep changing.
Right.
If we're listening to radio stations.
Well, I mean, we got our iPhones and stuff like that. I'm sure we
Right.
can plug it in and play
Right,
some
but
of
that's
that.
where the
So
podcast.
So it's just podcast. You don't want no
All right,
music.
what kind of music do you like?
Like,
All kinds.
like Glory of Love is
I
one of
like-
Eddie's favorites.
Yeah, Peter Cetera. Oh,
Glory of Love. I was
Gorgeous.
thinking of Lou Reed.
oh no. Don't be crazy. No, Peter Cetera from Karate Kid 2 soundtrack, Glory of Love.
Peter Cetera of the rock group Chicago.
Chicago, yes. Now this is going to be a great road trip.
How much Chicago are we going to listen to?
Well, all the way to Chicago, I think. That was my plan going into this road trip. But
Only Chicago?
wouldn't that be fun that we listen to only Chicago all the way to our drive to
We're going to
Chicago?
listen to a lot of podcasts.
Oh man,
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
Are you a fan of Wilco? We got some lube cranked up right now.
not the biggest Wilco fan.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know.
Man, this
Road
friendship.
trip is having
This
fun.
is
Weird.
breaking down.
Uh-oh.
Shoot.
How about the Stones?
I mean, I think every person
Uh-oh.
likes
Oh,
the
no.
Stones.
Oh,
Is there
Chance
people that
already
don't
out.
like the Stones?
Yeah.
Chance already out.
I would be in on the Stones. I would listen to a little Stones.
So, but who's your who's your top? Or do you listen to current music?
Yes. Oh yeah. I mean, I like
Loves Michael Bublé, like the Christmas album.
Well, Christmas stuff specifically.
just
My
Christmas.
wife should take a road trip.
I would actually prefer that. To be honest with
I'm sure you would.
you. Yeah.
I'm sure you would. Guess what? Nothing would ever happen.
I
We're married.
you're right. Me too.
Yeah.
So I
you
guess
go.
I don't know. Anyway,
She would love Peter Cetera.
Yes.
And
And Michael Bublé.
well, that's
Yeah.
when music was music. You know.
Yeah.
What?
It was something.
Yeah.
How
No
about
doubt.
Blood, Sweat, and Tears? I mean, think from that era. No?
What about Hall & Oates? Eddie loves Hall & Oates.
Oh,
Oh, that's be
you in on all
Here
that?
we go.
Here we
Middle
go.
ground.
some.
Oh,
Some.
Oh,
What kind?
Private Eyes? Come
Yeah.
on.
No, earlier.
Yeah.
The early stuff.
rich girl.
Woo!
There we go.
Oh,
there's some
this
Blood,
is
Sweat,
it.
and Tears.
Wow.
Now, this is a jam.
I
This
listen to
is
this.
it.
This is cool.
Spinning
Yeah.
wheels.
Do it.
Driving
Turn
all
around.
around.
Come on now. Oh, I'm in on all this. This is
This is good
This
stuff.
Suddenly, this road trip is kick-ass. We're back. We're back.
Oh, so we're gonna put it on Pandora.
Okay.
Start with Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Yes.
I think we're gonna be okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm in on this. Guys,
Start
I'm
off
in
with
the back
that.
seat. Is that cool?
She's in the back seat.
We're dropping her off in Nebraska.
Are you from Nebraska?
No, we're just
No.
leaving her there.
No.
Anyway, David is performing at the American Comedy Company. You got to go check him out tonight, tomorrow night, 7:30, 9:30, even a Sunday show.
In the Sunday show.
It's the hardest working man in show business here, ladies and gentlemen.
That's not fun.
All right, enough of this garbage. Let's talk Anchorman.
All right.
Can we just talk to him all day? That's what
I would
want.
love to.
That's
I
what
would love
want.
to.
Please.
Anchorman, you're in San Diego. I mentioned this earlier. I feel like us in San Diego, we are part of this.
Right.
We own a piece of this Anchorman.
We're involved.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very, very involved.
So when we hear sequels finally coming out, this whole town freaks out.
I mean, we're basically in the movie with you.
Sure.
It's like
Yeah.
how we feel.
Although,
So,
sequel not in San Diego?
It begins as all great things do
Yes.
Thank you.
in San Diego.
thank you.
right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And San Diego
Thank
is
you.
near and dear to the news team's heart and everybody else
Of
that's
course.
ever been from
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's certainly.
And you move on to bigger and
To New
better
York City,
things,
yeah,
kind
we-
of a thing.
We get a job at a 24-hour news station.
Yes.
Moving on up.
In 1980.
Right.
And-
Which I find awesome because normally you don't have an entire team
Right.
go to something like that.
Well, but Ron,
He gets
he
it.
needs his team.
Right, he gets it. He's not going by himself.
No.
Yeah, no, you got to have your sports guy, your weather guy, the whole shebang. This is good, man. This is
Yes,
good
yes,
stuff.
yes.
Have you seen a cut of the movie yet?
Yes.
And your thoughts?
It's
your feelings?
amazing. It's
Oh.
amazing. I was laughing so hard I had to stop just to make, because I'm like, am I being a fan of us?
Yeah.
So I stopped and listened, and it was riotous.
I will tell you this right now. It's my favorite comedy of all time.
Yeah.
Nice.
When I went to the theater and watched it, I was laughing so hard I was embarrassed.
Yeah.
Because I looked around and I'm like, people were laughing, but not the way I was laughing, where I'm like missing stuff and like tears are pouring. And I'm like, I need to like control myself.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how funny I thought
Right.
the movie was.
Oh, that's great. The first one.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes, I had not seen the second one yet.
A lot of
I
people
would love to.
didn't quite get it the first time.
Yeah.
Are you really?
It was kind of that thing that was a slow burn.
Oh,
Well, here's
that's
the
weird.
thing. It's a broad comedy, but really at the heart of it, it's a satire.
Yeah.
It's a satire of male chauvinism.
Sure.
Yeah.
And people kind of they're conflicted about
Right.
what that
Right.
is. It's
like
a
my
real-
mom didn't really get
Yeah,
it.
it's a more complex film than you think.
Yeah.
You think, oh, it's just a big dumb broad comedy.
No.
Really, it's not.
Really, this is
Yeah.
like Das Boot. I mean, it is
Nice.
like as good.
It's there.
It's up there when it
Get in the
comes to
submarine, take a trip.
You know.
And Champ was saying that there's, sorry,
That's all
His
right.
name is David.
It's okay.
I mean,
the Keck Man,
Yeah.
as I also call him,
Right.
was saying that they had so much material. There's like tons
Oh,
left
I'm
over.
sure.
I mean, that's
the
how
Blu-ray's going to be
Oh,
epic.
that's how
Yeah.
lights out
Dude.
this Anchorman 2 is going to be.
This is one DVD people will buy.
Yeah.
Duh.
Open
Like, can
to
I
a
buy-
third?
Oh, of course. We all know.
Oh my gosh! Oh my
Come
gosh!
on, let's enjoy this one.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Too far.
That's
Too
it.
much.
Too far.
Too much.
Come on.
This
Too
one
much, too
is-
soon.
Come on.
Yes.
is
All right.
Come
You've
on!
given enough.
well received as we
Yes.
all anticipate.
It will. It will. Trust
Come
me.
I think
on.
so.
It's gonna be
I've seen
humongous.
it, and no one will
cannot
be
wait.
disappointed.
I cannot wait
cannot
for it.
wait.
Awesome. It's coming out in December. Like
December
December.
20th.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
Be there.
Oh.
First weekend,
trust me.
folks.
I will be there.
We will
Love
be
it.
there.
David, it was a pleasure having you here, my
Thanks for having
friend.
me.
Good luck this weekend at the American Comedy Company.
Hey, well, we'll be seeing a lot more of each other when we take this road
The road trip. Yeah, absolutely. Get us some of that blood, sweat, and tears,
We
man.
got some stuff to work out.
Play us out, blood, sweat, and tears. That's,
Wait.
that's what we're doing.
There it is.
Not,
Like your horns.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so good.
Must come down.
Get it, champ.
Spinning wheels.
Riding all around.
Ronnie! See ya!
All right. Fantastic.